Right guys, so you join me on bank here and I'm about to give you a roundup of what I've been up to in May and how it's gone. So as you've probably seen yourself, weather has been absolutely atrocious. I think it's rained like every day basically. And then last couple of weeks, sun's come out, it's affected fishing loads. Obviously it's gone from being freezing cold, wrapped up, to fish spawning within no time. It feels like we've missed out on a nice bit of summer, to be fair. But we're here and we're going, and I've been on quite a few matches, been busy. Not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through most of them. So we'll start off, we've got Oaks Fisher. So first fish out year, right, enjoyed it, right, looking forward to it, and I drew on new lakes. A ring with a chance. You just want it to be on them new lakes. If you other lakes, it's one of them where they could throw up a weight, but you know for a fact that if you're on new lakes, you've got a chance basically. And I draw on peg 6 on beach. So nice middle at lake, sorry. Normally a few fish to go in these as well, in these new lakes, so we're happy. So I've had a bit of an iffy one, to be fair. I've caught a few fish short to start with, odd one on tip, and it were literally just picking odd fish off here, there, and it wasn't going anywhere fast, but I just kept picking fish up, looking round, there were no happening to be honest. I've had a couple shallow, and then I've gone down edge on just micros and expanders. I found like 2 foot, which is quite shallow for down edge there, 1.5 foot, 2 foot, nice flat little area, plumbed round, awesome it was. Just this side at next pallet, and that, like I say, I've fished some micros and expanders there, and I've had a right good run. And it was a bit of a weird one really, because you put an heavy rig on and you won't catch, put a light rig on and you catch. So it was one of them where I had to fish a bit lighter, so it took a little bit longer to get in. And with them being quite big fish, every now and then I'd foul luck one because they'd waft the bait up. But if I put the heavier rig on to try catch them, I just couldn't get a bite. So it was one of them where I had to lose a couple to gain more, which in end it's ended up being alright, and I've ended up winning my section with 70 odd pound one section. We're so happy enough with that, and £90 won't lake. It's one of them, if we always go back we can always catch a few more, but I think Tom Bainbridge won't match off Ash. I was never going to catch £130 off that lake on that day. So I'm happy with my performance on that. Caught a few fish, away we go. After that, I think next match highlight is Lyndon. So if you haven't seen the video, I did a video on peg 52 on willows. So it rained all day, like when I mean all day, I don't think it stopped raining until the last 10 minutes or something when we were packing up. It was a bit of a wet one, but same again, I caught odd fish short to start with, no on tip, no on long pole. And on these lakes it's a bit weird because down my left hand edge were deeper than out in front of me. So they are deep margins, so you can catch down there quite early on. So I've caught a few down my left hand margin, it's gone a bit iffy, and caught a few down my right, and just alternated left and right margins more than anything. And then in that last hour and a half, 2 hours, that right hand margins come alive, and I've caught quite a few fish down there. But you're fishing into stick ups, and it's one of them, you have to fish close enough to them that they're going to go in, but like you get some out, but if you pull too hard you'll pull out of them. If you don't give them enough, they're in. So we had a bit of hustle and tussle, managed to, I think I weighed 70 odd pound, and our 4th match. So if you haven't checked that video out, make sure you go on and have a look. Pretty good video, to be fair, apart from dampness. My first live match as well, so I learnt a bit from it, and hopefully they'll improve from there. So coming off at commercials, I've actually started going back on canals this month. So I love my canal fishing in summer, and I've got best canal in country in my opinion in Ayr and Calder. Nice big deep canal full of fish, mega, like it's fishing really well as well this year. So mega amount of fish in there. And in that, I think first time I were on it I drew peg 17 on Rawcliffe wide, so been a few fish in that area. So I've had a few on tip early on, like little skimmers, caught a few roach on pole. Never had out on long pole though, to be fair. And on that short pole just kept flicking pinkies in, catching these odd little small fish, looking round. There wasn't much going on around me, to be honest. And then I just kept nicking odd fish on tip, but they're really finicky on there. If you've ever fished it, you'll know there's a lot of like these hand side skimmers, and sometimes your tip goes in and don't even move, and you'll reel in and your bait's like bust or whatever. And I reckon they must be doing you on, it's just amazing the amount of fish in there, and sometimes it's right hard to fathom. But sort of made a few tweaks, caught a few fish, and I've ended up with £10 odd, which I think £12 won my section. It's been a split section, but I've done really well in area around me. I think there's been one bigger weight up to my left, so it goes right up to A 1, 2 or something like that, so quite a big area around me. So I've done really well, to be fair. I'm quite pleased with how it went. It's always one of them, you can always get a couple more pounds from somewhere. You've just got like one bonus fish, that's it. And then I actually revisited that canal probably a week later or so, and I've had a lovely day on tip, to be, well, I say a lovely day, a bit of a frustrating day, but a nice day. It's had all this fluff on water. If you've been out recently, you've probably seen it yourselves, and it gets everywhere. Sticks to your line and you try pulling it off, and all I could catch on what tip, so I couldn't catch any roach short or any on the long pole. I sort of, looking back at my match now, I know where I've gone wrong, so if I went back I'd be in good stead to go again and catch some fish on that pole. Slight little tweaks and changes make the difference, but I've had a nice day on tip, like I say. Apart from this weed, I've had a few where it's got caught between braid and shock leader and you couldn't reel it through eyes, and you're like, rod's up here and you're trying to net it, but it's all part of it, same for everybody, so I can't moan, to be honest. And I've had like a few big breams, so I've had 3 bream, quite a few skimmers, and I've ended up with £15 on that, and I've managed another default section, I'll say. We love a cheeky default every now and then, you've got to throw them in, haven't you? I think there were £22 in section as well. Like I said, I've had 15, but it's just been one of them days, a very frustrating day. I reckon if you could have fished it properly without all fluff, you've had a few more, but it's one of them, it's been the same for everybody, so it's fair enough. And then aside of all that, I've also been out doing a bit of carp fishing. So I've been on an England training session. So lassies went to the approach, which was really nice of Sam to let us get on there. Obviously there's some mega fish in there, and it was right nice to home its skills, meet up with all lassies, do a bit of casting practice, so put marker out at different distances, make sure we're casting accurately, so it's not all about being able to whack a lead as far as you can and hope it goes. It's about putting that marker float out, getting us leads as close to it as we can and bait to make sure everything's dead accurate. So when we meet up, this is the sort of stuff that we go through. So it was really nice. I had a going clubhouse as well, so Sam let us go in clubhouse, watch Leicester-Chelsea match, so that was right nice. All got together, cooked us food up there, then went back down, put rods out. So I'm paired up with Ellen, and Ellen's, if you don't know Ellen, she's mega, like her casting and ability, just 30-35 wraps, twangs it out like it's like not even like 100 yards sort of thing. She's managed 2 fish, so really nice fish. I think she's had a 25 and a 26, so lovely fish to go at them. And weather's changed a little bit, and it's one of them. We've had a couple of fish out, but didn't have any more. It was really good, like I say, to meet up with lassies. And after that I've had a casting day at Girton. So like I say, it's all about accuracy and distance, and we've had a few lessons. So Graham maybe come on phone to us and we're like watching us casting and tweaking little bits just to get, it's all in the technique, so just to tweak them techniques to make sure that we're getting the best out of ourselves and go away, and it gives us something to practice on, which is always really good. So Bev put them on, so it's really good, well attended. We had a rig day and a casting day, so a lot of girls there and meet up, and it's really good. And then after that I'm here, so I'm here on res having a social with Sam and Ellen, and Debs is here as well, and Adam, so it's right nice getting together. I've had a few fish as well, got a couple, so that's me May. Hopefully June's going to be just as good and as busy, just how I like it. Hope you've enjoyed the vlog, and I'll see you later. Cheers guys.